When we talk about dangerous snakes, many people immediately think of places like Australia, which is home to some of the most venomous species on the planet. However, the real story of human-snake conflict unfolds on the Indian subcontinent. Here, a group of snakes known as the Big Four is responsible for an overwhelming majority of snakebite fatalities, with estimates reaching into the tens of thousands each year. This isn't because their venom is necessarily stronger than their Australian cousins, but because their lives are so deeply intertwined with the daily activities of millions of people. These four species aren't hiding in the remote outback, they are thriving right where people live and work. The Big Four consists of the Indian cobra, the common krait, the saw-scaled viper, and the Russell's viper. Each one presents a unique threat, but they all share a common trait: they have adapted remarkably well to human-modified environments. They are drawn to farmlands, villages, and even the outskirts of cities because these areas provide an abundant source of their favorite food, rodents. This proximity creates a perfect storm for accidental encounters. Understanding these animals is the first step toward reducing the staggering number of deaths and injuries they cause, a public health crisis that India is actively working to address. Unlike the king cobra, which is famous but not part of this group, the Big Four are the primary contributors to India's snakebite problem. Their combined impact is so significant that a special polyvalent antivenom is created by pooling venom from all four of them. This single medical treatment is a lifeline for countless victims across the country, designed specifically to counteract the different types of toxins these snakes inject. The story of the Big Four is a powerful reminder that the deadliest animal isn't always the one with the strongest weapon, but the one that most frequently comes into conflict with humans in its environment. The danger they pose has also given rise to myths and unfortunate practices such as snake charming. This tradition, often seen as a cultural spectacle, is incredibly cruel. The snakes used are typically captured from the wild, have their fangs brutally removed, and their mouths sometimes sewn shut. They aren't dancing to the music of the charmer's pipe, they are defensively tracking the movement, often in a state of starvation and dehydration. Supporting these shows only encourages this cruelty. True respect for these animals comes from understanding their behavior and learning how to coexist with them safely, not from exploiting them for entertainment. The Indian cobra, or Naja Naja, is perhaps the most iconic snake in all of Asia. Easily recognized by the spectacular hood it flares when threatened, often displaying a distinctive spectacle or monocle pattern on the back. This snake is widespread, avoiding only high-altitude mountains and extreme deserts. Cobras are active during the day and are often found near agricultural fields and villages where they hunt for rats. Their venom is a potent neurotoxin that attacks the nervous system. A bite can lead to paralysis, starting with drooping eyelids and difficulty speaking, and can progress to complete respiratory failure if left untreated. Next is the common krait, a beautiful but deceptively dangerous serpent. With its glossy black body and thin white bands, the krait is a creature of the night. During the day, it is often docile, hiding in dark, cool places. However, after sunset, it becomes active and far more aggressive. The krait's bite is notoriously insidious because it is often painless, feeling like little more than a mosquito bite. Victims may not realize they've been envenomated until hours later, when symptoms like severe abdominal cramps begin. Its powerful neurotoxin causes progressive paralysis, and with an untreated mortality rate of around 80%, it is one of the most lethal of the Big Four. The saw-scaled viper may be the smallest of the group, rarely exceeding 2 feet in length, but it makes up for its size with an incredibly aggressive and irritable temperament. It gets its name from the unique rasping sound it makes by rubbing its keeled scales together as a warning, a sound like sandpaper being rubbed. Found in sandy, rocky, and agricultural areas, this viper is quick to strike with little provocation. Its venom is hemotoxic, meaning it attacks the blood and tissues. A bite can cause massive internal bleeding, pain, swelling, and eventually lead to acute kidney failure, making it a formidable medical emergency. Finally, we have the Russell's viper, a snake responsible for more deaths in India than any other single species. This stout-bodied viper has a pattern of dark, oval-shaped blotches that provide excellent camouflage in leaf litter and grassy fields. Like the others, it is drawn to farmland by the promise of rodents. Its venom is a complex and devastating hemotoxin that causes excruciating pain, swelling, and severe internal and external bleeding. One of its most dangerous long-term effects is permanent kidney damage, which can require lifelong dialysis even for survivors. Its potent blood-clotting properties are so effective that the venom is actually used in medical labs for diagnostic tests. While Australia is famous for its venomous snakes like the inland taipan and eastern brown snake, it sees only a handful of fatalities each year. In stark contrast, India's Big Four are responsible for tens of thousands of deaths annually. This massive difference isn't about venom potency, but about population density and lifestyle. Over 70% of India's population lives in rural areas, where agriculture is the primary occupation. People work barefoot or in open-toed sandals in fields, rice paddies and plantations, the very habitats where these four snakes thrive. Encounters are not just possible, they are an everyday risk of life. The housing and infrastructure in many rural regions also contribute to the high number of bites. Homes may have earthen floors, thatched roofs and gaps in walls that provide easy entry for snakes seeking shelter or hunting mice. The common krait, being nocturnal, often enters homes at night while people are sleeping on the floor, leading to bites that occur when a person rolls over onto the snake. The lack of reliable electricity means many people walk around in the dark, unable to see a snake in their path until it is too late. These factors combine to create a constant, high-risk environment for a massive number of people. Furthermore, access to proper medical care is a significant challenge. Many bites occur in remote villages that are far from a hospital or clinic equipped with anti-venom. The golden hour after a bite is critical, but transportation can be slow and difficult. Even when a victim reaches a medical facility, there may be a shortage of anti-venom, or the staff may lack the specific training needed to manage a complex snakebite envenomation. This delay and lack of resources can turn a treatable bite into a fatal one, significantly inflating the mortality statistics compared to a country like Australia, which has a robust and accessible healthcare system. Traditional beliefs and a lack of awareness also play a dangerous role. In some areas, victims may first seek help from traditional healers or use ineffective and harmful folk remedies, such as cutting the wound or applying a tourniquet. These methods only waste precious time and can worsen the victim's condition. The painless bite of the common krait is particularly deceptive, as many people ignore it, believing it to be harmless only to succumb to the venom's effects hours later. Education and awareness campaigns are therefore just as crucial as the anti-venom itself in the fight to save lives from snake bites. Preventing snake bites is far more effective than treating them, and a few simple precautions can dramatically reduce the risk of a dangerous encounter. One of the most important safety measures is to use a flashlight or torch when walking outside at night. Snakes are often active after dark, and a good light source can help you spot one on the path ahead, giving you time to avoid it. When working in fields, gardens, or areas with dense vegetation, wearing protective footwear like closed-toed shoes or, even better, rubber boots can prevent most low-lying strikes from vipers and cobras. Similarly, wearing gloves can protect hands while clearing brush or moving firewood. Keeping the area around your home clean and tidy is another key strategy. Piles of rubbish, wood, or rocks provide perfect hiding spots for snakes and also attract rodents, their primary food source. By managing waste and sealing up cracks or holes in walls, you make your home far less inviting to both snakes and their prey. Sleeping on a raised cot or bed instead of on the floor can significantly reduce the risk of being bitten by a nocturnal krait. These simple, low-cost changes in daily habits are fundamental to creating a safer living environment in regions where the Big Four are common. If a bite does occur, the most important thing is to stay calm and seek immediate medical help at the nearest hospital. Forget the myths you see in movies. Do not cut the wound, try to suck out the venom, or apply a tight tourniquet, as these actions can cause more harm. Instead, keep the bitten limb as still as possible, preferably immobilized with a splint, and try to keep it below the level of the heart. Getting to a facility with anti-venom as quickly as possible is the only effective treatment. Knowing what to do and what not to do can make the difference between life and death. Ultimately, awareness is our greatest tool for coexistence. These snakes are not malicious creatures hunting humans, they are wild animals that bite in self-defense when they feel threatened. By understanding their behavior and respecting their space, we can minimize negative interactions. Public health initiatives aimed at educating rural communities about prevention, first aid, and the importance of professional medical treatment are vital. By empowering people with knowledge, we can work towards India's goal of halving snakebite deaths by 2030, fostering a future where both humans and these incredible reptiles can live more securely.